Hi everyone, thank you very much for tuning in. Gura Maihagot, as they say in Ireland. Tonight, in my beer reviews, I have for you a beer from Hungary, as far as I remember. And this is anybody, you guys around my kind of age, giving away my age now. Well, I'm nearly 49 this year. And this guy on here, you should recognize him well. This guy is called Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat, which is a very popular game. An interesting fact, I was the first person in my local town, Letterkenny here in Donegal, to finish Mortal Kombat. So, yeah. And I think as well, Street Fighter 2 or something like that there. I was pretty good at games when I was younger. And the crazy thing is, I stopped playing games in my late teens. I never played them since. And it's not kind of crazy because there is a lot of people that are into as adults really mad into it. I have game machines there, I never play it. There's PlayStation 5s, there's things like that. I just don't. I don't know the patience or the time or whatever, but I don't really, not really interested. I do, if maybe my mates are meeting up together in their house maybe for a bit of crack, we'll have a bit of fighting games just for a bit of slagging match, but I'm not that big into games, although I was, and I was really good at them. So this is, Mortal Kombat Classic, Sub-Zero Pilsner. And this beer is 5%. It's made with spruce tip addition to it. And some of the things on here is different language, so I'm not going to get it Hungarian. Budapest, a place that I want to visit someday. And Mad Scientist is the brewery. 330 can, 5%. Beautiful artwork on the can. Fatality, as you can see there. Now let's get it in the glass. Using a small glass is obviously a small 330. Oh, I can smell it already. Really citrusy. No, really want to be aggressive with this. Don't mind if there's a little bit of a spill. I don't think it's going to. Perfect. Oh wow, really fruity. Fruity. Anything else on here? Ingredients are all in Hungarian. Yeah, they've got it in English. Water, malted barley, hops, spruce tips, and yeast. So yeah, it's going to add this pininess, resiny kind of notes to it. Earthy, that kind of foresty. What's that word? I always look for that word. It's a natural kind of, like you get in a spring meadow. Is that natural? Natural is probably the best word for it. Got a beautiful head on it. 2.5 to 3 finger. It's hazy as we expect. This is definitely an unfiltered beer. Light golden lemony color. Straw. It's kind of like a bit deeper than a normal Pilsner because of the unfiltered nature. But they're all kind of around that kind of color. Head's just off white. Pretty white, to be honest. Let's get the aroma. Oh, wow, yeah, really fruity, really citrusy, zesty. Zesty is the best way to describe this. Fresh, zesty, like the pith of a lemon, the pith of a mandarin. And you do get a little hint of piney dankness as well, like that piney. That's the word I'm probably looking for. It's kind of like a dankness, that natural kind of. Do you ever hear that saying horse blanket when you get Belgian beers and stuff? That kind of really natural, earthy, funky almost aroma. It smells really good. So Sub-Zero Pills, Mad Scientist. Let's give it a go. Cheers, slancha. I don't know what they say in Hungarian, but cheers to you. Oh yeah, I like that, as you can tell. I do love that earthiness. I love Pilsner for a start. It's probably my favourite style of beer. And I've had them all. But it's probably my favourite style of beer to go back to, the one that I want to session the most. I'm not really a guy for sweet. I'm more for bitter. I don't even eat a lot of sweet stuff. I like a bit of dark chocolate and stuff like that, but I'm not really for sweet. Although I used to be when I was younger. Again, another thing I'm chatting about. When I was younger, getting nostalgic now, but when I was younger, I used to love sweet stuff. That's all I ate. Cream buns, eclairs. That's what I used to get for my lunch. I drank all the sodas you can think of, because I used to work when I was very young, 15, 16, and I had always a bit of money about me. So I was always buying rubbish, as we call it now, like trash. But I loved it and I enjoyed it. And I think there's no harm when you're around those type of ages to enjoy, those type of things for a while. You'll always come around, start realizing, right, I can't can't keep eating trash forever. And me being an athlete, understood that. But I'm glad I enjoyed myself first. I mean, I was out 4 nights a week, partying all through my 20s. You know what I mean? And I don't regret it one bit. And I turned into a fantastic athlete, if I do say so myself, even in my 30s to late 30s and early and 40s. I'm 49 now, as it says, coming. And I'm still in what you would class as very, very high level shape. And if you don't believe me, because a few people have questioned it and says not possible, blah, 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 just go to Kelly Dan Street Workout on Instagram, CALIDAN_SW, and check out my videos. I have hundreds on there. And then I'm on Calisthenics Daniel on TikTok. Again, there's loads of videos on there. I'm on YouTube as well, somewhere along them names, Daniel Gibbons. So I'm all over kind of social media. Granted, I'm not big. I don't pay to promote my stuff. I put it on there. I started to do it just as a kind of a record of what I achieved, because I used to get people when I was out and they'd be talking about something and say, I've done that. Yeah, sure you have, mate. That kind of thing. Sure you have. They're thinking you're a bit of a bum. But when you have, video footage, photographic footage or whatever of proof, it can't really be disputed. Well, these days now with AI it probably can, but thankfully, as I was going through, putting up my videos, it was what's in front of you, it was real, So yeah, come back to the beer. It's good to chat to you just about that for a second. I'm a very, when I do something, I do it to the best of my ability. I've been a champion at a lot of things in life. And I think that's just, it's in you. It's not something people say, oh, you blah, blah. Yeah, talent and genetics, of course, plays a massive part. But there also has to be I always liken it to baking a cake. There always has to be a lot of other ingredients going on to drive you to be one of the best. And currently, and the proof is out there, one of the best, if not the best calisthenics athlete in Ireland for what I've done and all round. And I've also had a black belt in K1 kickboxing. I was boxing when I was younger. I sprint an 11-second 100 meter right now at this age. So yeah, high level athlete is what I'm trying to say. Not some kind of bum that randomly talks on YouTube. Oh, I never heard of him yet. You mustn't be. Yeah, my videos are out there, so they can't be disputed. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, back to the beer. What I should be chatting about. Going off on a tangent here. Yeah, it's gorgeous. I love that kind of piney citrusiness. I love it. It just works so well in the Pilsner as well. It's refreshing. It's tart. It's spritzy. Perfect for a hot summer day that we had today. I think it was about 26 up here in Donegal, 27. Really nice day. So not often we get that. So it's nice to enjoy it. So sláinte, cheers. That is gorgeous. The only thing I'm sad about is that I didn't buy more of them. I just love the balance of everything. It's the earthiness that I'm impressed by. I don't like synthetic. Never did. Because my diet is so good as well. I mean, listen, I don't live like some extremist monk. But I do live by, a principles of eating as real natural as possible, a wide variety as possible from the best sources you can get as possible. So it's kind of like, I don't cut out anything, but I'm not extremist in any way, shape or form. But I understand nutrition because I've studied it for over a decade, constantly to get to know, because I was training my body at such a high level. I needed to know how to make sure to look after it. And I like to drink beer as well. So I'm out regularly and this is no joke, 2 nights a week average this last couple of decades, having a few beers. I'm not one of these guys, I'll have a couple once a month. No. I have a couple a few nights a week. I love beer, I have a huge passion for it. And I'm sure you can kind of get that from the amount of, passion I speak with when I talk about beer. But yeah, and it's not bad for you in moderation. Whatever, never mind when any bloody optimizer these days say old school will always beat these guys. Because the fact of the matter is, you'll see now that Brian Johnson guy, who's whatever, fair play to him, he's doing that for humanity to try and extend human life and learn about the body more. But he's got some serious illness now that he's developed still, no matter what he did. And what I'm saying is that your body's an amazing machine. It's super intelligent. You can't trick it. It knows what it needs. You give it what it needs, it'll look after itself. As long as you give it the raw ingredients and you take care of it and give it the rest it needs, it's an amazing machine. You can't what's that word, hack, that these young people are trying to do today. And same as all this stuff, I'm getting into a bit of a rant, but it's all this stuff, looks maxing and everything. The body is more intelligent than you. What you'll ever, doesn't matter how many years humans study, it's such a fine-tuned machine. It knows exactly how to work everything, and if it starts to get upset, it'll revolt back on you. So that's what I mean, balance in life. This is what I'm getting to, and that's why I like drinking beer, because I train so hard, I push my body at high levels, I eat such a fantastically strict diet most of the time. You're chatting, I have a meal out once every month or two if I have one out. I don't eat takeaways. This is my treat. So don't begrudge me that. I'm sick of hearing people blah blah blah. But the beers I'm drinking, as you can see, for the majority are high quality as well. So don't get bogged down on doing everything perfect, because you'll only cause unnecessary health anxiety and more issues than not, and probably do more damage to your body than not. Excuse me. That's what I'm trying to impart to you. I know a lot. I was coming near 50. I think I know a little bit about life. I definitely know a lot about health and fitness, and I can speak on this, and it gets a bit annoying when you see all this influencers online talking shite about, you can't even have one drink, it affects me for 3-4 days. Absolute bullshit. Unless you're already not in great shape, your body's not running the way it should be running, because a healthy body will shift. I mean, I can go out and have 5 or 6 pints and get up the next morning like it didn't happen, and that's a fact. And then there's people say I have 1 or 2 drinks and blah blah, because your body's not operating the way it should operate. If it's doing what it needs to do, dealing with the alcohol, cleaning itself out quickly, metabolism running properly, there shouldn't be any big issues. And then it says give plenty of water, all the nutrients it needs. Your body will go, yeah, you can have a few drinks, it's doing no harm, we can deal with this, we've got the raw materials to deal with it, we're getting the recovery to deal with it. No big issue. Moderation. Thank you very much for tuning in. I went on, didn't I? 13 minutes. Thank you very, very much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed my little rant. I'll be back with another one soon, probably. Good night. Sláinte. See ya.